Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. And I'm gonna go ahead with this particular video because something else I was talking about earlier in another video, and I think that maybe I'll make a better version of that video later. And the reason why I want to talk about this idea is because, not to bore the living shit out of you, I'll say something in the back of my head that regrets what I should have took in college. I had one course on theories about making video production and music video production. And instead of make a long story short, instead of taking that crazy coding and webmaster shit that I end up taking earlier in the game, I found out that I should have went into multimedia because I got ideas and storyboards for things. Because I told my brother this shit just about a week ago, because he asked me for advice, me of all people, that he wanted to use some video editing software. And admitting that even in my videos, I just do them real quick on here, that I'm capable of doing better. But anyway, this one, I'm going to say about how I would take a Henry Rollins song and make a country version of it. I think there's two songs that I would use as an example, and say if I would talk about a story, this would be a storyboard, if you will. You know how if you want to do a music video or a video about anything, a list of a bunch of other things that I would like to do, you can draw some really crappy drawings on a storyboard or do some sketches. This is what I can be giving you a verbal storyboard, if you will. Yeah, I'm going to use, for example, if you dabbled in some country music and you want to do do some comedic aspects of it, throw a Jeff Foxworthy in there, if you will, in the back of your head, or Weird Al Yankovic at the same time. But you want to do this seriously too. If you want to add humor into it, a Henry Rollins song, Disconnect, and how I would have a country artist do a version of this Henry Rollins song, which I think it would be valid if somebody out there, an unsigned band, or somebody wants to be a band on YouTube like you got, and do this like a storyboard. But if it ever got big, anybody involved with Henry Rollins, maybe get copyright information, do it as a cover band thing, you know what I mean? As long as they get some of the royalties, you might be allowed to make money off it. I don't know, but alright, picture this, I'd have to give you a mental picture of this, getting to the point and doing my humorous country accents, which I'm not really country. If anything else, my ancestors' relatives come from nearby West Virginia and Ohio and stuff like that. So, say a picture of Henry Rollins, Disconnect, all the things they saying and doing just fills me up with noise. It overloads me. I want to disconnect myself, pull my brainstem out and unplug myself. I want nothing right now. I want to pull it out and have some harmonica action going on there, and maybe some country fiddle action, maybe some country lead guitar, I don't know, but do a harmonica solo. And you know how you got the usual music videos that Henry's in the music video of that song, right? Maybe guy in a cowboy hat, country western, maybe he's going in a country western bar, people shooting pool, and he's trying to have a drink or something, or have a beer with something to eat, and then couple over there, or guy fighting with his wife, and then right in front of him, and he's getting out, and he's looking annoyed, and he's just getting up and walking out, in disgust. Maybe somebody at work, his buddies or something, or somebody, different people, he'd go into a store, dressed different ways, all yelling at him, and he's like, feels like getting pissed off and slapping him, or just like, things like that. Some things like ballpark, you know what I mean? Stuff of that nature, you know what I mean? Whether jumping in a pickup truck, and driving through an area or something, and seeing on the street people in cars yelling at each other, people on the street, doing crap, and maybe put some video clips of stuff. Say your cowboy is actually at home with a beer in his hand or something and a cigarette if they smoke, you know what I mean? And he's looking on TV channels, maybe put video clips of different kind of political crap from both political sides, if you will. Maybe people waving Confederate flag, people on the other side, both black and white. Capitol insurrection thing, and then the mass riots that was going on in 2020, different clips of things on the news, the Antifa crap, like different things, a bunch of different stuff seeing on the news, everything from gender, gay issues, there's the gay rainbow flag, Confederate flag, this political side, the talking heads, maybe do a bunch of flashes of different talking heads, maybe somewhere in the video, you know how Henry Rollins ended the video with smacking the TV with a crowbar or something. Maybe the end of the video, maybe your cowboy guy, country guy, he's looking at the TV with the cigarette and a beer in his hand. Maybe he's throwing a beer bottle at the TV and kicking the TV at the end, and the end of the video, boom. Or maybe he picking up maybe in the garage while he's working on his car or the pickup truck or a TV in the garage, taking a wrench and beating a TV or a wrench he had, from what he was fixing his, a ballpark thing like that, at the end he throwing a beer bottle at the TV, sick of seeing everything, right? Or claw hammer, some kind of tool, that happens to be, right next to him in the living room. Or maybe if they have something going on where you get the basic idea. I mean, figure you could read between the lines and add something to what I'm saying, what I mean? It seems like a good concept for not just rock music, for country music, you know what I mean? All the things that they're saying and doing just fills me up with noise. It overloads me. I want to disconnect myself, pull my brainstem out, and unplug myself. I want nothing right now. Sick of seeing all the everything filling you up with noise. Different sides of everything. You go to try to talk it out. Criticize it, laugh at it. Sometimes you're criticizing it, sometimes you're mocking it, right? Making fun of it. Some days laughing at it, some days you're just yelling at it, and some days you're just putting your middle finger up at the TV screen, and sometimes, whether you feel like at the end of the original Henry Rollins video, hitting the TV with something, kicking the TV, or just picking the TV up, throwing it out the window. Yeah, that's what that song is supposed to communicate to people. And I think that is a universal feeling, whether you're black, white, redneck, male, female, or whatever the hell, I mean, I'm just saying this in terms where, if I was doing a storyboard, if I wanted to, not like I'd ever be some kind of big music director, but it's somebody else's idea out there, whether you got your favorite country singer or whether you'd have John Fogerty over there doing a version of the song, somebody that, if you picture somebody's voice or any country singer you might like or whatever. I say this too because I've seen a couple political YouTube videos where a couple of the YouTubers were country people, you know what I mean? And I looked at some of their videos, so. Alright, if you got this far in this video, I almost forgot. I was going to make this into a separate video, but I'm going to put this on here too, because I promised I was going to say about the two different Henry Rollins songs, and I'll go ahead and talk about the second one, but I'll do it real short, which is a very groundbreaking song. I'd use the song Illumination, and my reasons, some of you guys watching this can probably get some mental pictures And this would be a golden opportunity, really. Say if you wanted to do a country rockabilly version of, in all seriousness, the song Illumination, the golden opportunity to get different pictures and video clips from different regions of uh, this country, because of the lyrics of the songs, because of the lyric of the song, that particular song, excuse me, about starvations, deserts, watch dead rivers swell with rain. I can picture in my head right now places in this country or particular regions. You do little um, flash videos or flickering videos of different parts of the United States, and have your country singer or whatever, wearing a cowboy hat, walking around different, showing deserts, and then uh, have a scene where it's raining real hard. It was dry before. The sounds of insects fills the air, and being told to beware. You know, you have to look at the lyrics of the song. I mean, I'm trying not to make the video too long to talk about it. But the lyrics, if you wanted to kind of do like a wild rockabilly type thing, I mean. Oh, and what gets me about the song Illumination, you got the mean, real killer guitar solo in the Henry Rollins version. I am picturing a really wild harmonica solo going on there, and that would be the shit, you know what I mean? And I don't know, there's a part of me that would be picturing, crossover music, say for if you were to picture the group The Cult, how the lead singer Ian Ashbury used to have the long dark hair and a cowboy hat with a skull on it, I come from that era, and when I was a teenager, I remember Ian Ashbury in The Cult when he had the big hair and then the cowboy hat with a skull on it, singing Firewoman and other kind of things, Which, by the way, that would be. You could do a rockabilly country version of that if you wanted to. I mean, it's all about imagination. Because, like I said, these ideas come from if I ever really did what I should have did in the first place, took more multimedia stuff when I did college, when I lost my fancy job, which was a good paying job for Western Pennsylvania at the time, and I went to college. I took stupid coding and stuff. Had a video production class. I'm not going to bore you about the double major I tried to take, and not enough of financial aid because I wasn't the right protected group to be handed, anything. But I did this grants for free, and the rest of us student loans and the Biden debt forgiveness thing they're promising everybody. I'm not holding my breath. I'm just being sarcastic about that, you know what I mean? But I'm just kind of trying to have some fun and throw some ideas out there, I mean, what I would do. And yeah, if you're listening to certain songs, you're jamming to it in a different way in your head. I mean, but shit that I just said here would maybe get some of you guys at an amateur level, take little video footage of different places that you go and do something with it. You know what I'm saying? That's